Last year, the Saints were maybe the most surprising champion in a long time because the Saints had never won a championship in their 44-year history. They should be a real good contender this year to be right back in the Super Bowl. But the Dallas Cowboys are really talking up their chances of being the first team to play in its own home stadium in a Super Bowl. The Cowboys have had a tough preseason, but they are maybe the most talented team in the NFC. That should be a real tough three-division race, but I think that the team emerges from there will be pretty battle-tested. The Saints don't have quite that in their division. The South is okay, but it's not nearly as competitive, and unless the Falcons make a real strong run at the Saints, they should pretty much cruise to that division. Those are probably the two best teams in the NFC. I know a lot of people are looking at the Vikings. I think there's a lot of questions around the Vikings that they're ignoring, including whether Brett Favre, who never misses a game, will finally break down a little bit, and perhaps if he does, the Vikings could even be an also-ran. I think the Vikings will be a contender for their division, but I kind of like the Packers as the best team in that division. I really like the way Green Bay has adapted to a 3-4 defense, and Aaron Rodgers, I think, is ready to move among the elite quarterbacks in the league. I think that maybe even he might surge ahead of every NFC quarterback except the Saints' Drew Brees, who's one of the odds-on favorites to be the MVP this year. The West, I think the 49ers are about ready to take charge over there, particularly because there's so much turmoil in Arizona. And also the Seahawks, they could make a little bit of a run under Coach Pete Carroll. Easily the most interesting new character in the NFL. Carroll's back after so much success at USC. Some people say that Carroll got out when the getting was good because he knew that USC was going to go on probation. But he has something to prove in the NFL after having been a decent but not great coach. He was a great coach, of course, in college. So Seattle will also be an interesting team to watch. A few other things to look for might be how the Rams, who won only one game last year, do with the top pick in the draft, Sam Bradford, the quarterback. They don't have a very good offensive line. They don't have very good receivers. They do have a good running back in Steven Jackson. I don't think that's enough. It'll be interesting to see how well Bradford survives that kind of an environment.